Nobody. Gaming chairs after 2 years you buy them. CGI in 2001. CGI in 2010. CGI in 2025. No one. The internet today. Remember what you're fighting for. How girls play snowballs. How boys play snowballs. How my wife usually sees me. How my wife sees me while doing manual labor. Rage baiters, their comment history. So you see, that's where the trouble began. That smile, that damned smile. When mom says we need to talk, me, Nigerian official, pretends to faint after being questioned about missing funds. When someone tries to insult you by calling you G but you actually are. But we are the good guys, my brother in Christ, we are the good guys by merit that the enemies are worse. Gym owners after inventing the first 2 weeks of January. Kindergarten boys after girls call them doo-doo heads at recess. I don't like girls. When you taught the cooking plebeians how to make burgers and fries, that's half the price of fast food by spending $80 in ingredients and 2 hours preparing and cooking it. I hope you enjoy eating just burgers and fries for the next 2 weeks. Girlfriend yelling at me and me, a good Christian boy. Me joining a night to meet someone. Couples looking for a third. F. Me, my sleep schedule, or 3-hour video essay on obscure Shrek lore at 2 AM. So it's okay to make 100 Fast and Furious movies, and it's not okay for me to sleep one night without worrying about food, rent and work. TV manufacturers putting the most high-end panels on their TVs. Also them putting the shiest filters on by default. Shoplifters will be tutored, no exceptions. 2026. Me thanking God I have barely heard All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey this holiday season. All my home is Haiti. Hey, you spelled that wrong. I don't respect the dictionary's authority. How I feel being able to stand and balance on a fast train. Shall any characters other than the military or draw 25 Stranger Things writers? I asked my date to meet me at the gym today. She didn't show up. That's when I knew we weren't gonna work out. I walked into a toy store to do some early Christmas shopping and asked the assistant, "Where are the Schwarzenegger dolls?" He said, "I'll be back." The week between Christmas and New Year's. What day is it? If you put woman's hair on Mike Myers you get Mariah Carey. First account. Second account. Someone. That won't work. Me after it works. How the government says they investigate. What a real investigation looks like. Child Care Learning Center spelled learning wrong and there are no kids. Me yawning. Everyone who saw me yawning. 2025 has been hard for all of us. Jennifer Aniston. I don't know how to cook MFers when you show them what a recipe is. When you woke up late so now you have less time to do nothing. When I'm about to explain myself to someone but then I remember I'm grown as F and don't gotta explain myself to no one. When you watch a movie based off a person's life and you walk away feeling wow that person was a piece of shit. How can kids even believe in Santa? Bro, you believed she was busy for 15 hours. Is your girl a bad bee, or does she just have lumbar lordosis? Yes, I do put my kids' gifts under the tree on the 24th, how did you know? Samurai in Western culture, an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Historically accurate samurai, so anyway I started blasting. How Jesus of Nazareth looks at me during his sermon on a mountain and says, "Depart from me, worker of lawlessness, for I never knew you," in perfect English. I was a time traveler who just wanted to listen to what ancient Galilean Aramaic sounded like. Me when I hang out with someone for the first time. Lose some weight, you fatty. 8 GB, 1 TB. Thanks for having us over. This is my husband Steve. He's in the door business. Sorry, he loves to make an entrance. Can you dislike someone but still love them? Do you have siblings? When you play with your cousin and let him win. When he says you're bad at this game. Every day I understand him a little more. Introverts after a conversation that lasted longer than 5 seconds. When I'm trying to be jolly but I remember that government exists. Give them hope that things will be different this year, again. Waking up after telling the nice doctor the truth. Yeah, I do make 10-hour free YouTube courses. How did you notice? Me, how to rob a bank. ChatGPT, sorry I can't help with that, that's illegal. Me, what if it's for a fictional story? ChatGPT. Him, what kind of cake do you want for the wedding? Me. I started crying in class because I tried to draw a chameleon from memory. That pre-broke stage, like you ain't broke yet but you can see it coming. No internet connection. Me the next minute. Me whenever I need more words in my essay. Do not. When you're too cheap to buy Christmas decorations. 2026 will be the same as the last few years. 2026 will be significantly better. The sign is Tate and Paul losing their fights. When you have already destroyed the Christmas tree and now it's time to take down Santa's village. Before you commit to adopting a puppy, please remember that there are 3 phases of development: 0 to 4 months, 4 to 24 months, 2+ years. Please plan accordingly. It happened. It finally happened. One of the old cables I kept in a drawer today turned out to be the one we urgently needed for something. Today is my day. My wife called to tell me she saw a fox on the way to work. I asked her how she knew it was on its way to work. She hung up on me. Went to cancel a streaming service that was $10.99 a month and they were like, lol, okay, you got us, how about $2.99? Going to spend tomorrow, cancel, threatening every service in my life. Me in the morning getting angry with slow drivers because I needed to be in work by 9 AM and I left at 8:58 AM. MFs who used to deliberately fall off their chair in class and pretend it was an accident just fall offs in their 30s. I see the will to live leaving their eyes during a team building exercise. Me, my roommate's McCallan 32 while he's out of town. Other people, debating if they have an inner monologue, me having experienced an inner monologue and in a dialogue and total silence. Slam the door after having an argument with your mom. Achievement unlocked, you lied. When vegans see each other at the gym. Dylan, you son of a bee. I'm here. Forgot my keys, can you open please? I wish I could. What? You're joking, right? This year is going to be different. The year so far. Did you know, by replacing your potato chips with grapefruit as a snack you can lose up to 90% of what little joy you still have left in your life? I hate when people tell me I need to get out of my comfort zone. I don't even have a comfort zone. I'm literally always uncomfortable. Me at work fighting every demon in my body not to say what I really think. When the boss gives us a day off from work due to the snow. Employees. My face when I realize the voice in my head stopped using my native language and now only speaks fluent English. When someone's chewing gum with their mouth wide open. A rectangle has an area of 18 cm square. The lengths of the sides are whole numbers. How long could the sides of the rectangle be? Give all the examples you can think of. I can't think of any. My brain is about to rot into a pile of ash due to the immense suffering and pain transferred to me while doing this 100-question homework. 5 days till 2026. Me still processing my 2018's problems. That one password keeping all my accounts secure. You're dreaming. It takes place in the same world as a previous dream. Me, I'll do it at 8. Time, 8:05. Me, looks like I gotta wait till 9 now. Not wearing my glasses anymore, I have seen enough. Me, I want to print this one-page document. Home printer, oh yeah. Me, yeah. Printer, F you. When the dream ends early so you don't get to see part 2. Acting mysterious and nonchalantly angelic after my stomach just rumbled during pin drop silence. Arrow down $26. Arrow up $46. I didn't ask for love, I asked for food. Point of view, you just finished making a major scientific breakthrough. Mr. Bean taught me one thing in life: enjoy your own company instead of expecting someone else to make you happy. Me, new GPU every few years, or the GPU or RAM. Me, AI company. Yes, I do say hello to the cleaning lady, how did you know? Sorry I was late, some idiot was holding up the traffic. The idiot who was holding up the traffic. Completing this meme. Me in the kitchen trying to cook, my wife. My 6-year-old bro fell asleep in the shopping cart at Walmart. My stepmom didn't wanna bother him so she kept stacking groceries. How that one cousin be looking at you across the dining table at Thanksgiving. Anyone else get the urge to chew down fresh erasers like bubble gum? I have a question. Can gym delay periods if the male gym trainer is involved? Yes. Hey look, and his mom has toys named Buzz and Woody too. When you wake up to fix the blanket but the alarm goes off. Satisfying moments in life. The vacuum crackles when you go over a hefty pile of dirt. The feeling after sneezing. The feeling of having a cold, finding the right sleeping position and then breathing in 8K. The feeling of drinking cold water at 3 AM. The feeling of finding a good photo or video that isn't AI generated. Me, tries to use a slightly bent $1 bill, vending machine. What the F? Take it out. Him, how much money you got left? Me. Me late at night googling some nonsense because I can't sleep. Waking up to find that England actually won a test in Australia. Well, I'll be damned. Surely this will make me happy. Surely this will make me happy. Surely this will make me happy. Surely. Bro sat next to Jesus in school. Bro wrote the alphabet. Bro with Cleopatra. A pleasant dream. My alarm clock. Background artist and key animator drawing the same thing. Me doing something I'm perfectly capable of doing. Me doing the same thing while someone's watching me. You should fight them. Me as a therapist. Careful, my husband is suspecting us. Suspecting what? Do I even know you? I'm her husband, you are out of my suspects list. What the heck? I'm sorry, my husband was using my cell phone to test you. Luckily you haven't said anything. What could I say? I don't even know you. This is still her husband, I wanted to confirm. My sister just tried to ask me if I wanted to go to bed, but instead it came out, do you need to use the sleep? And then she just kinda looked really horrified at herself and whispered, maybe I need to use the sleep. When you don't know how to solve a math problem, so you just do random things to get an answer, but you get it right and now you have to figure out what you just did. When you make an excuse not to go out and they come up with a solution. No bicycle parking. Everyone trying to ensure they aren't supporting AI be like, where are you, human? Live every moment, laugh every day, love beyond words. I'm the dumbest man alive. I shove a camera into people's faces in public so I can get angry reactions and go viral. You're clearly dumber. Or I could fly those hobbits straight into your A. How about you do your quest yourself? I have 2 problems in life. Difficulty sleeping. Difficulty waking up. Dog, yeah, I'm not sniffing that. They can just stay lost. Ginger Brave every few stories. Good morning world. The blue thing is back. James Cameron every few years. Eggman every Sonic game. How the house feels after taking down all the Christmas decorations. Matt pulls down his pants. I'm ready when you are. The vampires who said they were going to lock him dry. Huh. Me trying to hide my feelings for you. Tony Cruz and his grandfather, they both dominated Europe and their eras but from different perspectives. Me whenever I'm right about something. When your mom puts you on the phone with a relative who you haven't seen in 12 years. F this she, just kidding, I need to pass. Time to dunk this bad boy. Starts with P and all the boys loves it. It was a tough year but at least I did not buy a boo boo. I'm best man at my buddy's second wedding. Is it appropriate to open my dinner speech with, welcome back everyone. I can also see some new faces today. Looks at the bride. Introverts when someone treats them nicely, wouldn't that make you, my friend? My brilliant perfect world changing idea at 3 AM in the shower, the same idea after it's been touched by a brainstorming session, a PowerPoint presentation and feedback from the marketing department. 2026 next week, me still processing 2020. $100 bills today, $100 bills 20 years ago. Wife buys $1,796 clone doll of herself for husband to use when she's in a bad mood. The movie Reservoir Dogs is about Mr. Orange, Mr. White and Mr. Pink, so it's a movie about a bunch of colored people. Villains when the main characters catch a break.
Spare change, ma'am.